Good morning, I'm Leslie Banner, and I'm here today to talk to you about sleeping children around the world, a charity near and dear to my heart. This is the 50th anniversary of Sleeping Children that was started by Murray Dryden. Dave Dryden, his son, took over, and now Debbie Dryden is the CEO of the charity. Sleeping Children is 100% charity, which means we can guarantee that every cent of the $35 you donate for a bed kit will go to support a child and purchase a bed kit. We can do this because Murray had the foresight to donate his home and a Christmas tree farm to help support the charity. We have one paid employee, and her costs are covered from the charity's fund, as well as any envelopes and stamps that need to be sent out of the pictures we take who received your bed kit. Volunteers like me pay all of their own expenses to travel, an average of $5,000 to $7,000 a trip. We work in conjunction with our local overseas volunteer organization, in Kenya's case, Rotarians. They volunteer their time and expertise to have the bed kits made, making sure they get the best price, to find the children, make sure they are the most needy, arrange for transportation of the bed kit, and then are with us every day as the distribution is made. And usually there is between 3,000 and 7,000 bed kits being distributed. In Kenya, we did 7,000. We visit homes with the Rotarians who received bed kits in previous years to make sure that bed kits are still in suitable condition and that they were not sold. The Rotarians, or any organization, needs to take the responsibility for ensuring that these are the neediest children. 50% are boys and the others girls, between the ages of 6 and 12. We hope these children will be going to school, but it may not necessarily be so, and only one child per family. The bed kits need to be kept and checked on, and the factories visited. We do all of that while we are there. We check the books. We make sure there's no child labor going on in any of the factories. The OVO has an important role to make sure we are safe at all times. They travel with us at site, usually schools. We pay for the transportation while we're there and a driver. We take the notes, we write the blogs and the newsletters that you will receive. We pay for our own medication, in many cases to prevent malaria, not the one Mr. Trump is suggesting, and have vaccines before we go, all at our own expense. Even with all the costs involved, we do have the 200 volunteers who wish to participate in distributions waiting, and sometimes up to 3 or 4 years. My 14 distributions have changed my life. It is impossible to describe the experience, but perhaps the joy that you can see from these pictures will show some of what I have enjoyed. This is a picture of the bed kits that are donated in Haliburton United Church's name with the 8 children who received them. You can see what was in the bed kit. First and foremost, the mattress everything is on, a backpack, a blanket to keep them warm at night, a treated bed net to prevent malaria for all the children and their parents who live in the home, and most importantly, the biggest cheer from their kids, school supplies. This is the team we had going to Kenya. We met the first day, and with our OVOs, the Overseas Volunteer Organization, with us to look at the bed kit to see what we were going to be distributing starting the next day. A school bell. Did you ever think that an old car rim could make a school bell? School's in the background. And here, this is a picture from Tanzania of a blackboard that is indeed made from cow dung and shone up and then painted up with black paint. You can look at the lesson and all the teachers in the audience will wonder why. I have a specific joy in the little babes in Africa. I always try and find one in the group and share that joy with the mothers and grandmothers who are there in abundance. Sometimes the children are frightened of me, but usually not. Many children are at the site, and not all of them receive bed kits. Children of all faiths are there. That faith is not an issue with sleeping children. These children did not receive bed kits, but were there to cheer the others on. This picture is of the Kibera slums, which is part of Nairobi. Over 1.8 million people live in the slums. They've come from all over the country looking for work. We went in the slums to meet with a family who had received a bed kit last year. That is part of what we do, checking to make sure that the bed kit was good enough quality to last a year and also that it wasn't sold. Girls who were going to receive a bed kit shortly put on a performance for us. This young lady had a gorgeous voice and sang, "We hope she will be sponsored to go to secondary school." Two boys who received a bed kit. Boys are really chummy with each other, and these are the outfits that they received. Again, children who did not receive any bed kits, but we find that all the children are so happy that anybody receives them. We visited a school for children with special needs. These children, 50 of them received bed kits with their parents. It took us 6 hours to do this. The parents were incredible, the workers were wonderful, and if you want to weep, this is the place you go. Our team again, getting close to the end of the distribution with many of our overseas volunteer organization. They are the backbone. We couldn't do it without them. They do all the work in the country of distribution. We went out to the Maasai, and these two little boys who will soon be warriors received bed kits. As part of the Maasai tradition, we were each given a blanket in 32 degrees temperature to keep us warm at night. The factory that made the bed kits, at least part of them, the mattresses, we went to visit. We talked to the manager. Interestingly, they are the same company that produces the mattresses in Tanzania and in Uganda. They have factories in many countries in Africa. Children leaving to go home, walking. Africa is a country that walks. And people who come to the distribution site, it's a celebration. The whole community comes, and one of the things we do is talk to the parents about someone in Canada who's made a donation. Cheers go up. This is a home we visited where the bed kits were given. The mother took pride in what she had here, and you could see the treated bed net. This bed net, as I said earlier, will hopefully prevent malaria from entering the home for approximately 5 years. Did you ever wonder where your old shoes go? Many of them end up in Africa. They're cleaned, polished up, and there are markets that sell clothes and other markets that sell shoes. And if you're afraid of bugs, don't go to Africa. This bug landed in my hair, unbeknownst to me, and caused many of the kids to laugh in the group that was watching. We did have a cockroach in our rooms one night that was larger than a school pencil, an unsharpened school pencil. This is Nairobi, Kenya, overlooking from a park, the beauty, the towers, the building going on. Kenya, I think, is on the cusp of moving into the new century. However, now we know from our friends there that times have been difficult, like all over the world, but with a hospitalization system that is in ruins, many people are ill. Thank you so much for sharing Sleeping Children Around the World with me this morning, a charity that's near and dear to my heart. I know this charity works. I know it works with your money. So please make sure that you include a donation to Sleeping Children Around the World this month, if at all possible. If you'd like to know more about the charity, I would love to come and talk to one or two or a group. I'll bring a bed kit and pictures. I promise not to show the thousands of pictures I have, but together we can talk about the children around the world who truly need our care and our love and our donation.